Need a shoulder to cry on.
Hi friends, welcome back to my kitchen and welcome if you are new. I'm Cheryl, this is Table Full of Joy, and we are still in Pantry Challenge. I did grab a couple of fresh items today, some sweet potatoes and some fresh broccoli. We have not had any fresh vegetables in our house in a while, and I really just needed some fresh veggies tonight. So I have this piece of pork that I thawed out. This is a piece off of a pork loin that we had bought at Costco, a huge pork loin. We cut the two ends off of it because those are never really the very pretty ends. So we cut those ends off, put those in the freezer for doing something like tonight. And then the rest of that we cut into pork chops. We ended up getting 22 pork chops, exactly the thickness that we like them. So we still have plenty of those in our freezer. But we're gonna cook this one tonight, and we're gonna do this as it's a honey mustard garlic pork tenderloin or pork loin that we're gonna do with some sweet potatoes and some roasted broccoli, and that's gonna be dinner tonight. So let's get this in the oven because it's gonna take about an hour for this meat to cook and for the sweet potatoes to get done. So I need to get this in there so we can eat dinner. So I found a recipe on Pinterest for this specific pork loin, but I'm not gonna follow it exactly because the ingredients that are in the spice rub are basically the same ingredients that are in the sweet preacher rub that we love. So I'm just gonna put that on there and it's gonna be fine. My sweet potatoes, I'm actually just gonna cut these into some big chunks. I don't want them small because I want them to cook along with our pork. So we're just gonna leave them in some nice big pieces. And then all of this is going to get the honey mustard garlic sauce on everything. So the broccoli, the sweet potatoes, the pork, everything is going to have that same sauce on it, and it's going to be super tasty. I'm excited to have a sheet pan dinner while we are in Pantry Challenge. All right, let's get our piece of pork put on our sheet pan. We're just going to rub it simply with some oil, just some olive oil, and then we're going to put this sweet preacher rub on it. If you have never heard of the sweet preacher rub, I will leave a link in the description for Amazon. A friend from church gave us that bottle of sweet preacher rub, and it is, for a low sodium seasoning blend, it is so tasty. Let's get a little bit of oil on this side. And then I'm just gonna rub this down. I want to get a good coating on this. Put a little bit on our potatoes. Put a little oil on these. I'm not going to touch them with my raw pork hand. Use my other hand to, and I want these to cook cut side down because I really want to get some good color on these potatoes. I was never a huge fan of sweet potatoes until here recently, and now I actually have learned to like them. All right, so there's those. This is gonna go in the oven. I'm not gonna do the broccoli until the last minute. If you're new around here, I do not like soft, mushy vegetables. I like them to still have some crunch to them. So we'll put those in very last minute, but this is gonna go in our 375-degree oven for about 45 to 50 minutes, and we'll come back and check it. All right, so our pork roast is smelling amazing. I need to get the glaze made so we can pull it out, put the glaze on it. The sweet potatoes are done, but they're gonna be fine. They can just hang out in there until we finish getting the roast done. Our broccoli will go in probably about 10 minutes. So let's get the glaze made for the pork. We'll put it on, we'll let that go for about 10 minutes. We'll pull it out, put the broccoli on, and then dinner's gonna be ready. So I just have a little bowl. We're just gonna mix up our marinade. I will leave a link in the description box for you guys for this recipe so that you can check it out if you want to. Just gonna put a little bit of honey in here. This is what's going to give us that nice caramelization on our pork. I think I need to get the other container out. Yeah, how honey is though. Okay, I think that's probably good. I don't want to get this too sweet. Hubby is not super crazy about things that are overly sweet. We're gonna put a little bit of soy sauce in here. We're gonna put a little bit of Dijon mustard. We've got some fresh garlic. Let's squeeze that. And I think actually what I'm gonna do is there's not much honey left in this container. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and transfer this marinade or the sauce directly into my honey jar, and we'll just mix the marinade up in that. We'll just rinse it out. So we're just gonna take our lid off. I'm just gonna dump everything. Grab my little spatula. If I'd been paying attention and noticed how much honey was actually left in this, I would have done that without dirtying up a bowl, but that's okay. Not a big deal. So I think I will add just a little bit more soy. And maybe just a tad bit more mustard since we've added extra honey to this. This honey is just being really difficult tonight. Okay. All right, let's put our lid back on. We'll just use our bottle to shake it. Let's get all that honey off the bottom. All right, I'm gonna pull my pork out and get this on there. Our sweet potatoes are soaking up all of this juice, which is just gonna give them really good flavor. So I'm just gonna use this bottle. Just kind of squirt this down over the top of this pork. It's gonna caramelize, that honey's gonna caramelize on here. Okay, it's gonna go back in the oven, like I said, about 10 minutes, and then we'll put our broccoli on here, let that finish roasting, and dinner will be ready. I just pulled our pork and our potatoes out. We're gonna go ahead and put in some of our broccoli. It's gonna go back in the oven for about 5 or 10 minutes, and dinner's gonna be done. So I wanna flip my potatoes over just a little bit, just so this other side can start getting some of that flavor. We're also going to just make a little bit of room for our broccoli to go on here. I think these potatoes are going to be super good with all of this flavor on them from the pork and from the marinade. All that is just going to be so good. All right, I made a little spot over here for some broccoli. Any of these really giant pieces, I'm just gonna break them into some florets. So far, I am loving Pantry Challenge. It's been fun getting to see what I can come up with what we've got on hand. Like I said, today I did, for the first time, I broke down and went and got some fresh veggies. We haven't had any fresh veggies in a while, so it was time. And so we've made it nearly the full month without grocery shopping. So that has been nice. All right, I think that's probably going to be good. I'm going to put a little oil on these because I have noticed that broccoli will definitely burn if you don't have something on it. So we're just going to put a little oil on it. All right, it's going to go back in the oven for probably about 10 minutes. I also grabbed a bagged salad while I was there. So this is a bacon ranch crunch salad. I was just really in the mood for some salad tonight. So this has the bacon and the cheese, has all your stuff, and this is the ranch that's going to go on it. So we're going to put that on here. It's funny how you don't really appreciate fresh veggies until you're not having them all the time, and then you start to kind of crave salads and fresh veggies and all those things. Just give this a quick little toss. I love these bag salads sometimes for a really quick side dish, really quick salad. We do these bag salads a lot in the summertime when we just grill up some chicken, or we grill up some salmon or some pork chops or something, and these are just make a really nice light summer dinner. If you don't want a lot of food or a lot of mess, this goes great with some fresh summer fruit. All right, that's ready to go. We're gonna let our broccoli cook, and then we'll be ready. All right, friends, here is our pork, our sweet potatoes, and our broccoli. I'm gonna pull the pork off of this pan so I can slice it. I don't want to cut it on the foil because that was the whole point of me putting foil on there, was to not have to wash that pan. So let's get our meat cut. All right, this smells incredible. Oh wow, it's slicing so nice, perfectly tender. Look at that. That is so beautiful. This is going to make an amazing dinner tonight. I think that should be plenty. We'll dish up our salad. All right, friends, here is our delicious honey garlic pork, our broccoli, our sweet potatoes. This is gonna be amazing. I can't wait to go eat this. It smells incredible. I know hubby's gonna be excited. So friends, we've enjoyed Pantry Challenge. We're almost to the end of January. We're gonna reevaluate in February and see where we're at with Pantry Challenge. I think we're gonna continue. We are gonna do an update on Saturday. Probably have to go do some shopping for some fresh produce and some dairy items and a couple other things, but we'll kind of give you guys an idea of what we're gonna do with that. But friends, thank you guys so much for joining me in my kitchen as we made a delicious dinner tonight with pantry items. Most of this, with the exception of the fresh broccoli, was not pantry item, but everything else was. We're gonna go enjoy this. If you have not yet, please hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you're notified every time we upload a new video. And friends, we'll talk to you guys in the comments. Have a great day, and God bless.
One needs somebody to lean on. Everyone needs someone who cares. If we come together as one, help each other.